Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. And today I want to talk about this tweet that I saw posted by that Star Wars girl, Anna, that Star Wars girl. You may know her from her YouTube channel, but she decided to post this tweet that apparently says, or apparently hints to Twitter, possibly shadow banning Gina Carano. Now, what does shadow banning mean? Well, it basically means that Twitter or any platform that you use, like they, without your notice, behind the scenes, they basically make it to where they make it hard for people to find you, even sometimes people who are actually following you. Now, you've probably heard this from some of the other YouTubers that you follow. Whenever they go live, well, usually they'll say that they're being shadow banned, and what that means is that YouTube sometimes makes it to where the notification that should go out to people that say, hey, this person that you follow is live, that you basically won't get the notification. Now, this I know for a fact is true, because sometimes when some of the YouTubers that I follow go live, I won't get a notification telling me that hey, this person's live, maybe you could join it, or maybe you could join the stream, or you could watch it. Like they won't send me that, or they won't even do the same for, whenever they post videos, which isn't supposed to be how it works. Like, it's supposed to be like, if you follow that person, and if you're subscribed to that person's channel, and especially if you click on the bell icon, which is something that you could hopefully do for my channel if you want to support me, you're supposed to get notifications whenever that person posts a video or whenever they go live. That's how it works. But sometimes YouTube will, or I guess in this case Twitter, will make it to where they make it hard for certain people to be found on their platform. And it seems like this is happening with Gina Carano, as you can see from this. So she decided to post this tweet that says, so I viewed Gina Carano's profile from my account versus logged out. Her profile didn't even show up when I searched it, and I had to manually type in her full handle, her name, and select the profile tab. This is insane. And she tags Twitter, which of course I'm guessing they're not going to respond to this. So she decided to post these screenshots that says right here, you can see it. This is basically her account. This is basically when she logged into her account, whom she follows. And then she said when she logged out and tried to look for Gina Carano, they gave her this. It says, caution, this profile may include potentially sensitive content. You're seeing this warning because they tweet potentially sensitive images or language. Do you still want to view it? Now, some accounts, whenever you get this, you can understand, because some accounts are specifically made so people can post, let's say, hold on, let me pause this. Let's say they post, like certain content that you can understand. Twitter would let people know, like, okay, this profile posts potentially sensitive content, so do you still want to continue to view it? And then you let them know yes. And when you look at the content, you can understand, okay, you understand this warning. But when it comes to Gina Carano, again, if you've been following her for a while, you should know that she doesn't really post anything that warrants this kind of content. Again, like, all you have to do is go to her account, which we do see a little bit here, which let's get to that. So she decides to post this video, and she says, and she's basically showing you, okay, she's going to search for Gina Carano. No, I think this is when she's logged into her account. No, she isn't. And then she types in her name, which normally should show up. It doesn't. But she goes, you go to people, then it shows up. And then boom, there it is. And then she clicks on, still wants to view the content. And again, if you look, I'm not seeing anything. I'm not really seeing anything that is potentially sensitive. Oh, okay. She did respond to this, or she retweeted this, which is a response to another tweet. But I'm not seeing anything that says like it warrants them hiding her account. Now, again, this is the reason why this is important. It's because, again, like, it shows you that Twitter, like, they will do this to you. Sometimes they will do this without your notice, just because you now, okay. Before I make that point, let's just talk about Gina Carano for a bit. Now, we know Gina Carano is someone who is in the spotlight now because she is someone who Basically, like, her opinion isn't in line with what Hollywood wants her opinion to be. Like, they basically just want people who will go out and will call out whatever they want them to call out. Like, I don't know, whatever today's trend is, we just want you to call it out. And whenever someone steps out of line, you get punished. And Gina Carano was someone who just didn't share the same opinions as a lot of people. And let's face it, 90% of them pretend to have this opinion just because they know it's safe. She didn't want to do that, and because of that, she got punished. And now Hollywood is trying to spin this narrative that Gina Carano is a horrible person. She supports white supremacists. She supports Yazis. It even got so bad to the point where there was a former U.S. senator who even went on someone else's show and basically called her a Yazi. Like, that's how bad it's gotten. And it's gotten to the point where now it seems like even Twitter is trying to spin this narrative so that it is basically doing this to her content, to her, or not her content, her Twitter account, so that if someone, let's say, new signs up to Twitter and then they see this, let's say that person is new, they don't really know who Gina Carano is, like, they never even heard The Mandalorian, they probably just know Star Wars by name, they're not really fans of it, they don't know much about Lucasfilm. If they're new and they see this, they might get it in their heads that, oh, this Gina Carano person is probably, like, they probably post some really horrible things. But like you saw in this video, all you have to do is click yes, view profile, and then you could look at some of the tweets or the retweets that she posts, or posts that she retweets, and you'll see there's nothing really bad about it. But they do this because they try to make it seem like she is a horrible person. They try to make it seem like she's worse than she actually is, which is not at all, by the way. And again, this is not a good thing. If Twitter can do this to someone who is well known as Gina Carano, and I say well known, I know for a fact that most of the people who know her are just people who are tuned into what's going on in Hollywood, like me and people like me on whether it's on Twitter or YouTube. Like, I'm willing to bet the average person is probably not gonna know who Gina Carano is. At least that's what I'm willing to bet. But they take one look at this and they think, oh, this person is probably bad news, we should stay away from her. But once they look into it, they'll find out what's going on. And then Twitter, like, all you're doing is making yourself look bad. Because again, all someone has to do is click yes, view profile, looks at her account, or some of the things she posts, or some of the posts that she retweets, and then they'll be able to see, like, okay, I don't really see what's bad. And then the attention gets shifted to you. And they'll know that you did this. Like, okay, there's something going on if you're willing to do this to someone who isn't really posting anything that warrants this warning. Again, all this is going to do is just make Twitter look worse. It's insane. It's insane that this is the times that we're living in. And again, it once again shows you that Twitter, while I'm willing to concede, yes, of course, not everyone on Twitter is bad, of course. But it says something about this platform when they are so willing to do something like this. And the fact that they have, on multiple occasions, have banned people for not doing anything, and yet other people who have done so much worse, said so much worse, and yet they still get to be on this platform. Like, those people never get called out. Even though people... Like what Anna did here when she tags Twitter asking them what's going on, I'm willing to bet she's not going to get a response. Yeah, you go down, I'm not seeing a response from Twitter, nowhere, nothing. No response from Twitter, because they know what they did. They just don't care. They don't care if this makes them look bad. But anyway, that's all I have to say on this, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Remember to like the video. Remember to share the video. And if you really want to support my channel, consider clicking on the subscribe button and also click on the bell icon, because that will let you know whenever I post a new video and whenever I go live. And if you don't get that notification, well, there's a chance YouTube's doing something. So that's all I have to say, guys. Remember to stay safe and take care of yourselves as always, and please consider joining me for the next video. Bye for now.